Good day and welcome back for the third and final part of our discussion of the chain rule for functions of several variables. And in this video I'd like to focus in on a single example that just really illustrates the importance of understanding what the chain rule tells us and kind of how these compositions combine together and work out. So what we are told is that we have a function f depending upon the variables u and v, where u and v both individually depend upon s and t. So immediately we can draw our tree diagram. We have w, or we can think of it as f, which depends upon u and v, and both u and v depend upon these variables s and t. And somehow what we would like to do is use this table of given information to find the value of the partial derivative of w with respect to t when s is 1 and t is 0. And this is really indicating to us a version of the chain rule, the second version, and we have to go down both of those branches that culminate in a t. So we have the partial of w with respect to t is going to be the partial of f with respect to u multiplied by the partial of u with respect to t, so that's down the first branch, plus f sub v, v sub t, going down the second branch. But to really work with this and see precisely where these values come in, we need to rewrite so that we can see these compositions. So we have the following. W sub t, thinking of this now as a function of s and t. So f is a function of u and v multiplied by u sub t, which is a function of s and t. Then we add on a corresponding term with that f sub v. So u of st, v of st, multiplied by v sub t of st. So we see precisely now that st dependence. Taking it one step further, we would like to know what happens when s is 1 and t is 0. So replacing each and every s and t, we have u of 1, 0, v of 1, 0, u sub t of 1, 0, plus a similar term here with f sub v. And this is where that table of above values comes into play. First note that the u of 1, 0 that we see in both of our functions is 2. The v at 1, 0 is 3. So we can go ahead and write this as f sub u of 2 comma 3 times something plus f sub v of 2 comma 3 times something. Those somethings are in the above table. U sub t at 1 comma 0 is 6, and v sub t at 1 comma 0 is 4. Finally, in that bottom row, f sub u of 2 comma 3 is minus 1, whereas f sub v of 2 comma 3 is 10. So minus 6 plus 40 leaves us with a final 34. This completes our discussion of the chain rule for functions of several variables, but of course, as usual, there are plenty of good suggested problems for you all to work through. So as you're working through them, when you have questions, do not hesitate to reach out. Drop me an email, stop by a virtual office hour. Stay tuned and take care.